Well, hello all. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. I'm finishing off some of my stout. I'm down to the last few jugs of it, but cheers. It tastes really nice. I think it's just maturing and stuff. I think I drank it a little bit too young, but it's getting better all the time. Well, I hope you all had a good week. I've been doing a few hop diaries and things, but I filmed something last week and I didn't put anything up. And I filmed something at the weekend to do with bottling or kegging up my wheat beer, and I didn't do anything about that at all. And yeah, I'm in a bit of a transition phase, as you would say. So yeah, I'm going to go on my list and I'll tell you what's going on. I've decided to sell my grandfather. I think some of you in the BrewTube community will know that already and might have seen me mention it. But all is not lost. I've got a friend who's just starting out at home brewing, and she's said she's going to buy it off me. I've been saving up a bit, and I think when I got the grandfather, I wasn't 100% sure where I was going to go with brewing. I've just actually come from obviously using a insulated mash tun, mash tun and a brew pot, and this is the first system I ever really had, and I just didn't want to spend loads of money in investing in something really expensive. And at that time, the only kit on the market was the grandfather, a few other systems which are kind of mishmashes of stuff. I think there's a plastic one with lots of pipes on it and all that, or one thing which obviously I didn't really know much about is the 3-pot system, which I've seen other people do, but I just haven't got space for that. I mean, if I one day buy a bigger house and build a man shed or a brew shed, I will do it, but I haven't done that. So I'm going to sell my grandfather and I'm going to buy a Braumeister. I want to buy the one which has got I'm going to actually get a one that's got I think it's called Dam or something, but I'm going to get like a spring filter into it, fitted as part of it, which is made by a German, by an Italian company, and that will obviously look after all the hop filtering and stuff like that. And the one I'm going to get is going to have a cooling jacket on it. If you ever look at any of the 1,000 litre and the 5,000 litre systems they've got, they all come with this great big chilling jacket on already, which I think is really good. I think Braumeister, when they first bought their systems out, they were selling it just with this immersible metal coil, and that was something which put me off buying the Braumeister when I did decide to buy the grandfather. It was because the grandfather comes with the integrated capsular chiller, and I thought that was really quite good. I mean, I didn't want to have to pay another, was it £120 for a chilling system, which obviously you have to stick inside the beer, and you've got the potential of having infections and stuff like that. And once you've finished chilling and you move it around, all the sediment gets moved around inside. So now I think the idea I've got is, obviously with this thing, you're going to be able to do a whirlpool, you'll be able to chill it all down, and you can cover it up, and you won't have to go back into that. You can empty it straight out through obviously a filtered system into a fermentation vessel. It's obviously not so cranky as some bits on the grandfather. It's as of anything really. I mean, if you go out and buy a Fiesta, it's gets made to be, but it's a bit squeaky, and it's I don't know, a bit whistly when you drive down the road, and the door kind of hangs around. But if you buy maybe something which is German, the doors slam nice and shut, and you get everything that you wanted out of that machine, but you just pay a bit extra. And well, it's my hobby. I think I've been doing it now for almost 4 years. It's just a progression from where I've where I've come, and I enjoy myself. In the last year, my beard's got good. I enjoy beer. I mean, I've been told by a lot of my peers the last year it's good, and I'm consistently making good beer. So I'm happy about that. It's not that bad. So yeah, so onward and forwards, whatever. I'm going to be buying that, and hopefully I'm going to have it next week. My friend's going to buy this system off me at the weekend. Have the money, I've got my saved monies, and I'm going to buy it then. So look forward to, well, an unboxing perhaps. I don't think I've seen any unboxing videos for the Blaumeister Plus so far, so be a bit of a treat. And obviously lots of new things, learning a new system, how to I think it's completely different to the way the grain father works. The grain father, you got to estimate how much water you stick in, and that fluctuates depending on how much grain you got. With Blaumeister, you just chuck the 23 litres in there and you mash. You don't have to bother about far from out all the water on that, and then you just sparge you a few more litres at the end to just get it up to the correct pre-bore volume. You do need to mash if you want, really. But yeah, I mean, the reason if the grain father was brilliant and it did everything I wanted, I would definitely keep it and carry on using it. But there has been a few niggles, and I may actually do an extra video later in the week, which I'll bring out next week to show you what parts have been getting on my nerves. But on the other hand, it's a very good system, makes good beer. Another thing, what I did have when I did get the grain father, is that there weren't systems like the Ace and the Bulldog brewing system. They weren't around at that time. Well, I didn't actually find them. I think there's even kind of other European systems which are more or less all of the same generic in respect of this kind of ball in the bag type of idea, like, you know, a ball in the basket type of thing. So yeah, so that's coming up. I'll be sorry to see the grain father go. No, I'll be happy to go. I think my friend who's going to get it now, she's just starting out. I think she's going to really enjoy it. She's very, very excited, and I think she'll get some good use out of it. What else is going on? So the wheat beers out there, it's attenuated down to about 10.15, which is about 4%, maybe 4.5% ABV. It might have actually fermented a bit more out now over the last few days, so it might be down to about 10-12, which would be good. It's got very strong banana and clovey flavours in there, and even a bit of a kind of watermelony flavours. I don't know if that's right, but I'm going to keg that up maybe like the weekend now if I get time. Might do it tomorrow. I'll have to see how tired I am. But then keg it up, get it all carved up, and go from there. I've given away all my rhizomes. I've sent some out to. Well, I've actually I sent some out to America. I didn't really think that you could send vegetable metamatter out, anything like vegetables at all, or any type of plants to America. But I had a quick read through all the rule books and things, and hops were fine. It's only certain countries where you've got diseases and things in the countries where you're not allowed to actually export certain vegetables. But had a look. It's fine. Only one slight thing is that obviously the family that hops are a family of the cannabis family. And if you go and look on the Wikipedia and look at the family, I think it's called Cannabera or something like that, all you see is a great big picture of a cannabis plant, which is like, so it'll be an interesting experiment to see if it gets all the way across there. Whoever's getting it knows who they get in it, and I'm sure they will. We'll talk about it. They'll tell you about. I'll tell you more about it if it does get there. So that's an interesting experiment. In the UK there was the National Homebrew competition. Entries opened last week, I think on Tuesday. I didn't know about it, and all of the entries were completely sold out in 3 hours, wait 2 hours. So it's another full and busy National Homebrew competition. I didn't get an entry, but by virtue of the fact I'm quite local to it, and I'm going to do stewarding this year. I had a quick chat to the if you steward or you're a taster there, a judge, you get you actually get a place. So I got a place. So I've got to decide what beer to make this year. One thing I know a lot of these homebrew competitions is that the one where there is quite a lot of entries is the American Pale Ales, the Stouts, and the what's the other one? American IPAs. So need to be doing something which isn't those really, because the chances of winning in those ones are very slim. So I've got to think of a style to make to enter. I entered another competition, the King Street Brewery competition. I think they've been tasting this week, and I've got the presentations of things next Monday. So touch wood. Hopefully, I might get a placing for that. What else is going on? And that's about it. No, can't think of anything else. Anyway, please like, subscribe, and share and obviously, subscribe if it's the first time you're watching this. I will see you all next week, hopefully for some sort of unboxing video, a bit of a poke around this new system, if it's come. There may be a possibility that the UK companies which sell it might sell out, which would be a bit crappy really. So I'll be without a brewing system for a while. I know there's one company in the UK who've sold out and not going to get any more stock until April, but I know there's one up in Ireland which has still got stock. So touch wood, they still have it by the time I get the money. Alright, look after yourself all. Bye.